out there and be able to play against somebody else. Give Grand Valley some credit. They Division Twos only they're like in their just finished their third week of practice. We've got the extra couple weeks on them, so that's really a big advantage for when you're trying to guard another team. They did a great job. They hustled. They had 15 offensive rebounds, obviously a concern for us, but a lot of them were hustle plays too. And they did a great job with that and fought really hard. So I think Rick will have a good team. He's got some experience there. He lost a lot from last year's team. And there's only a couple of seniors, so watch that team over the next year, how they'll improve. So I was pleased that we were able to get some minutes for everybody, get guys that have been out of that lineup for almost 2 years now, Charles Matthews, John Teskey, Ibby Watson. They really haven't played really in real game time in a long time, and I thought those three guys in the minutes given did a tremendous job. And then really like what we saw from two of our freshmen, Eli Brooks and Isaiah Livers. Isaiah, you didn't see it in scores, you saw the hustle. And then Eli did a great job playing in the 1 and the 2. So we got a chance now. We'll have a weightlifting tomorrow and clean up a lot of things tomorrow. We have a day off Sunday. Then we'll have like a mini camp of 2 days, and we will really get after it every minute that we can spend. It'll probably be 4 hours of just getting ready for what's in front of us. 4 hours each day. Take a day off Wednesday, and then we're into it. Then it's like there's never more. We never have 2 days to just practice and get better. Almost till we go home for Christmas. So it's a challenging schedule going ahead. I'm glad. They played that some of those hurricane games. I decided that for us in particular, this was an opportunity. We need to play more than we needed to play in a game. I'll find another way to give to hurricane relief. But this is decided that we need to really practice and get better rather than play. Ethan?
It was quite the welcome party for Charles Matthews.
Yeah.
What did you like from him?
You know what I love really? I love when he just hit his first three. I mean, we see it in practice, we watch it, but the fact that he wasn't afraid to take it, and he went and made it. I was just telling Matt Shepard in the radio show, I don't know why it is to me, and not that we haven't had good players come out of or begin their season and miss shots. Good players done that, but it seems to me like the Hardaways and the Stauskuses and the guys I've had wherever it is, they come out and they just from the very time they touch it, they're comfortable. He looked really comfortable.
Brendan?
And on Charles, for a guy who hadn't played for 19 months, whatever it was,
and played so sparingly there as well.
Right.
That's like a 2-year hiatus that you're playing in your lungs, you're breathing, you got to make smart decisions.
I was going to kind of say, in the early season here, is it let him go for, that you need him for 35, 38, or do you worry about kind of early endurance?
Yeah, well, right now I'm just trying to make sure. Ibby got in some foul trouble, but I wanted today. I wanted these guys to go out and really get their lungs expanded in a game situation. It was about getting in shape too, right? But again, he could be. We'll see how Ibby, Jordan Poole, how they continue to develop. But he's going to be a 32, 35-minute player if he guards people and he has a great attitude. That could be his role on this team.
Chris?
21 assists on 31 buckets. Is this an unselfish team? And did you like what you saw?
You know what I really liked is that, as you know, we went for years when maybe we didn't have that wasn't the forte of some of the centers we've had passing. I like the way we're throwing it into the big guys and cutting out. I think we got a couple baskets. And Mo should have had 2 more assists there. He threw 2 that didn't turn into baskets. But I do like that we're getting assists out of the postman. And I think we had 2 of them today out of the postman. And it's good. But I hated the 12 turnovers. I mean, there were like 5 or 6 of them that were just absolutely unforced. And but it's November, early November.
And then this point guard competition, is it going to be ongoing?
Yeah, I think so. I think each of us gives different things, whether it's man or whether it's zone. I want to give everybody some chance in there and let them just go out and play. As you know, in a 2-guard front, once we get up there, they're doing the same things. And I think they could have done more. I think there was some uncertainty by some of our other young guys when Duran is in with them or Isaiah or Eli. They couldn't really do some things. But they had 7 assists, I think, and 1 turnover. So That's really good numbers for them.
Over here with Mark.
Coach, you mentioned the 15 offensive rebounds for Grand Valley State. How do you improve in that area?
Well, I think that, like I said, some of them, I don't get upset about some. When that ball goes out to the foul line and everybody hit and released and went in like you should, and the ball goes over your head, they had about 5 or 6 of those. But there are some other ones we just got to. We have a lot of ticklers, we call them. They come in and they touch their guy, and then they go for the rebound, and that guy will spin off. You got to go make physical contact with him. So it's a great teaching point for us to say, this is what we have, and now we got to continue to emphasize it. We can emphasize it in practice all day long, and then you playing games, you got to see it in games, and that'll be great for us. Like foul shooting, you can emphasize it all the time. But if they're up there just saying, "Oh, this is easy," then they get on that stage and don't make them. It brings more credence to it.
What was your message to Ron?
It was nothing. It was a team message. I didn't do anything special with him. He had a really good day of practice yesterday. Shot the ball well, ran the team well. So there's a process going in there, and it's like we have some options there that I really like. And if one isn't doing well, we have other options. Duran's message all shooters. Duran's never been in the NCAA tournament. That should be his driving force right now, and everything else can take care of itself.
Right in the middle is Zach.
Charles mentioned on his turnovers that he was kind of looking back at you, almost expecting to get the hook. I mean, how much, after his freshman year went the way it did, how much have you spent maybe building his confidence or convincing him that he can make mistakes?
Talking about Charles.
Mm-hmm.
Charles?
Yeah.
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 Here was the deal last year in practice. Every single turnover he had, he heard about it. And we've charted his assist turnovers from every scrimmage that the coaches could attend all summer. And he's like a 3-to-1 ratio. Last year he would be 1-to-3 at this time. Right? So we've been building this for a couple of years now that he takes care of the ball. Bad turnover, we take guys out for bad turnovers, not just turnovers, bad turnovers. You didn't make a simple play. You made a simple play difficult. And we'll learn from it on film.
Max.
Eli Brooks, as you mentioned, played a lot of the 2. Is that something you expect to do more going forward?
Yeah, the 2 and the 1. He'll play both of those things. I like that he's really an excellent shooter. I think you saw a little bit of that today. He's just learning the game. I sense right now he's going to be one of those guys that really picks up college basketball pretty quickly. That's what I sense right now. That I sensed that before, and all of a sudden they flatline as it goes on, and they keep making the same mistakes. He seems to be growing more quickly than some other guys we've had in the past.
Brendan.
On that, Duran mentioned that the game seems pretty slow to him for a freshman. Is that something you see? What do you kind of think about him?
Duran's comment about Eli?
Yes.
Yeah,
and what
it
do you think about
does.
him tonight
No,
when
he
he was
sees
by
it.
himself at the one?
Yeah, he sees it, and like I said, he's a freshman. You hate to say a freshman point guard is going to have to come in and play minutes at times. He may have to do that, and I like he can shoot it well enough, see well enough to play either position. If foul trouble, let's hope we don't have injuries. He's very versatile.
How good was it to see those 2 shots go in for Ibby?
Oh, great! Oh,
Yeah.
wasn't that big? I mean, really, and he's been really shooting it well in practice, and so that's really good. Just to let him go, being able to go to your right against today's defense and just pull it in. We call it a Jerry West jump shot. You just go to your left, your right, and there's a guy in your hip and just shoot it in. People do not blow that up. They're saying take that tough 2. So you shouldn't take tough 2s, but everybody's trying to get you to take tough 2. So that's a tough 2 we need to make. And the Hardaways, the Stauskas, the Urban, Walton, they've all made those tough 2s. And he made a couple of today, and then I think he hit a 3 as well.
Coach, that appears to be it.
All right,
Thank you.
thanks everyone.